Before a film starts, the director or the creators behind it have a vision for it, have a goal for it, that why they're telling this story, what are they trying to accomplish from it. And the process of making the film, a lot of things change. There are highs, there are lows. Sometimes you get what you wanted, sometimes you don't, and sometimes you get better what you have envisioned. But by the end of it, if you achieve that vision, that goal you had, that's a success. But for you and me, things are different. We have our own expectations from a film. Sometimes it's more than what we expected, and sometimes it's very less. And the expectations varies from person to person. It can be filmmaking, the technical aspects, the emotions, the story, performances, visuals, music, etc. When these expectations perfectly align with the vision and goal of the filmmaker, it's a win-win for everyone. But if not, everything falls apart. Then what about this film? Let's talk about it. But one thing I can say for certain, by the end of the film, I had tears in my eyes. Hello guys, I'm Nona, Prince, and let's talk about the film Rocketry, the Nambi Effect. I saw the Hindi version in the theaters. It's based on the life of Nambi Narayanan, a former ISRO scientist. First thing I want to just say, R. Madhavan, oh my god. Writing, directing, producing, as well as acting in the film. I'm blown away. And the highlight of the film is the story of Nambi Narayanan. It's just unbelievable to me what a man can go through. And this film is just a scratch on the surface. There's definitely so much more. I know there's this whole parallel between Nambi Narayanan's life and the way the film was made. Both went through so much trouble. The film has been in works for so long, they needed a huge budget, they got funded, they had to start shooting, then the director left, then R. Madhavan had to do it. They went to so many locations to shoot it, and then COVID happened and the film got delayed, and oh my god. But looking at it as a film, it is flawed. It feels scattered, it feels rushed at moments, and it's really difficult to fit everything into just one film. Now the film has a lot of talking going on, there's a narration, then the characters are constantly saying something, then there's so much science which just flows over our head, and at some point it just gets overwhelming. But the film does get the point across, especially in the pre-interval sequence. And because the film has to stuff so many things into the running time, they use this technique to condense information by flashing some imagery on screen. Like we have a scene going on and suddenly we'll have some flashes which is showing us something that's happening at the same time but somewhere else, which is gonna impact the story. Like someone's gonna pass away, the Cold War and the fall of USSR, and it is done in a neat way. Now his life has so many segments, there's so much travel from India to US to France to Russia, and then coming back to India and the whole espionage case. I really felt that it could have been a great 10-episode show where each episode is dedicated to one event in his life. I hope the show Rocket Boys on Sony Live explore Nambi Narayanan's life, knowing that they're gonna do multiple seasons. This guy met Neil Armstrong, and that's just one of the 1,000 events in his life. We need to explore all of that. Now already the film is so complex, it stretches all over the globe, and over that they shoot the film in 3 languages, which I'm not a fan of. Why are you overcomplicating it? Like there's so many versions. They shot in Hindi, Tamil and English, and then they dubbed the film in so many different languages. So there is a version where everyone talks in the language they are supposed to, then there's a version everyone talks in English. And I could notice the tricks they use to make it seamless, like slow motion sequences. You'll not hear the dialogue, so you don't have to shoot it 3 times. Then long shots where we cannot see the lips of the characters, so they can just shoot it once and then dub in different languages. There are a lot of stationary shots. The framing was done in a way that they could recreate it because they have to shoot it in 3 different languages, and it was very obvious to me. The use of reaction shots was just too much at some points. They just keep cutting back to reaction shots one after the other, which I felt was not needed that much. And all these things break the immersion while watching the film. We talk about visual storytelling, and there's this one scene in the film, in the rain. You know what I'm talking about. Outstanding. I just loved it. And the performances in that. Let's come to that. R. Madhavan, outstanding. One of the best in his life. Simran, all the scenes they shared. I'm speechless. And I'm just thinking that they shot some sequences 3 times in 3 different languages, and I'm just losing my mind. I love the performances throughout. I love the authenticity they went with. Definitely at some points it became too much, but still I like that they went that far. But it's the story that's the biggest highlight, and I'm just blown away by it. I know throughout the film you can see the passion, the efforts they've put in. At no point it feels cheap. They travel to different countries to shoot those particular sequences. There are a lot of shortcuts that can be used, but then again, it will not look that authentic. And a big salute to them. But let's come to what I started the video with. What was the goal of the film? To create awareness, to let people know about this person, Nambi Narayanan. What did he do for this country? His achievements. And later what happened to him? The injustice. And by the end of it, they achieved the goal. That's their success. And the film leaves you wanting more. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, you can check out my video of best films of 2022 so far. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.